Alright guys, so today we're gonna be stealing the rarest fish in Roblox Steal a Fish, and I'm super excited to share this video with you guys. But unfortunately, I don't know if you guys have noticed by now, but this is not a live commentary. My hands are off the keyboard and the mouse because unfortunately I forgot to record the my microphone while I was recording this. But this video is way too good for me to pass up on. So yeah, we jumped into Roblox Steal a Fish for the very first time. I want to make sure, you know, I'm not re-recording because there's no way I can re-record and have it be legit. So, you know, I gotta show you guys all the progress. At least I got the footage, you know. I got most of the footage. There was a point in the video where I got some crazy stuff and I wasn't able to record it because I paused the recording and I failed. But anyways, I'm locking the base and I got my first ever fish. Oh yeah. Okay guys, so we're just buying a few things. I actually want to hop back on Steal a Fish right now and continue playing. Only if you guys want me to hop back on Steal a Fish and play some more after you guys see what happened. I won't lie, getting money in this game takes forever. I was going back and forth, only at $400. So you know what I decided on doing? I went around trying to steal other people's bases, you know, spending like 45 Robux, but it was a little hard. Like, look at everyone's base. Everyone has their base locked. So I just had to work with what I had. We had Tung Sahur as well. And I won't lie, I was starting to get sick of not being able to buy anything. Like, look at this thing, $200. I had 85. So I went into the shop to see if I could get some more Robux. But look, they had Train Eater for 399 Robux for $111,000 a second. And you know I had to. I had to make the video more entertaining. So kaboom! Cha-ching! Just bought the Train Eater. And you know what I didn't know at the time? It was an unstealable fish. And something I also didn't know about this game was that if you rebirth, you don't lose any of your fish. This is how steal a brain rot should be. But since I was making so much money, I was trying to steal this guy's fish as well, but I didn't have enough even then. So I had to go back and get more money because it is $111,000 a second. So if I go back to my base right now, you already know I'm collecting a bunch of money. No. I was stressing for no reason, not knowing that my Train Eater was unstealable. I was so stressed. I was like, please don't steal my Train Eater. Look, it literally says unstealable. And look, I was at $5 million. Sheesh! You already know I was balling there. All right, guys, is it time for our first robbery? 45 Robux to enter Lamarion's base. I was super excited to see what they had because they had some pretty big fish. Like, look, 75 billion for that Leviathan. You already know I wanted that, but yeah, the homeowner got a little too stressed. They had like this freezing item or something like that. I could not steal anything from them, unfortunately. Yeah, and also I had like no slots left, so I wouldn't have been able to steal it anyways. But look, I was at $10 million. This was before I realized that $10 million was nothing in this game. And look, someone was trying to steal my Train Eater. I thought they were gonna be able to, but at this point I still didn't even know that it was still unstealable. So with $19 million, I was looking to buy something. I was itching, guys, and I saw this big old eye thing. This thing was $420,000. Most likely no one else was gonna be able to afford that other than myself because, you know, I kind of cheated. So I was trying to steal this guy's blowfish. Look, it's an unstealable blowfish. I thought this was my first time seeing something that was unstealable, so I was like trying super hard to get it. Little did I know my Train Eater was unstealable. I was fighting against this person to get this blowfish, but oh my gosh, dude, this guy was actually so annoying. He was hitting me all over the place, slapping me all over the place. Oh my, look. I mean, honestly, I was making them lose all their money, even though I did not need it at all. I was just trying to make their life harder. I was literally trying to make their life so much harder here. Gosh. And someone shot me. I just gave up on it because my base was open and I did not want anything to get stolen after that. And I think at this point I started noticing fish that were like $50 million, and that became my goal. I was trying to save up my money at $35 million. I just kept going back and forth until we reached that 50 million mark because I wanted that fish. All right, $42 million to spare. I just wanted to start spending money. I saw this guy buy a hammer shark and I was like, all right, I'll buy a hammer shark as well. I was like, I'm gonna win this. Oh my gosh, he smacked me. But guess what? They probably ran out of money. Man, shout out to the train eater. Honestly, buying that train eater was basically buying admin commands. It was basically buying a cheat code to get started. Oh my gosh, there it was, the $50 million fish, the Kraken, a mythic rare. And at this point, guys, I just hopped into a private server and had my alt account on this server as well, so I could move my fish over, thinking that rebirthing would take all of my fish and just get rid of it, but I was wrong. I found out very soon that if I rebirth, I'm not losing anything. But at this moment, I had some pretty rare stuff, like a 50 mil. Oh, look, this is where I also found out that this was unstealable. I was like, wait, what? I spent all that Robux for no reason? I'm gonna lose it all for what? All right, guys, so here I was getting rich, right? I was getting very, very rich. And at some point, I decided to pause the recording so, you know, I could wait for good fish to come along and then start recording if I found like a good moment to. But oh my gosh, I totally forgot to start the recording again, and look, guys, you guys will see what happens. All right, so look, I'm buying the crab right now so I can rebirth, and let's see what happens when I rebirth. I don't lose anything. So there we go, and I go ahead and rebirth, and yep, we don't lose anything. There's all my stuff. We got $56 million, and I was like, all right, then now I'll just wait to rebirth again. I'll just pause the recording, and now after the cut, I had 1.4 billion, guys. I was like so mad. Oh my gosh, look, guys, look, I have a 50 billion golden fish, and let me just tell you guys what exactly happened. Like, I had a 150 million one as well, but I was so sad that I couldn't show you guys how I stole it. So basically, I went to someone's base, grabbed it, and as I was running away with it, they decided to log out because they didn't want to lose the fish. But turns out it got into my base because, you know, you're supposed to actually stop me from stealing it first. So now I hopped into a public server, $2.32 billion, guys. Oh my gosh, I was getting really rich. But right now, I was just itching to steal, guys. I was just itching to steal because I didn't get to show you guys me stealing a 50 billion fish. So I wanted to one-up this moment and try to get something even better. All right, so I locked my base instantly, looking for another person's base to go into. Look, I just went into someone's base real quick, trying to look for the most expensive one. There's an unstealable one right beside it. Okay, I'm getting very close to my base again. Oh my gosh, there was no way. We just hopped into this lobby. Yo, that guy just ran past me. He didn't even like try to hit me or anything like that. That is actually hilarious. I'm top 3 in this. Wait, actually, I actually don't know what the ranking is on the tab list. If you guys look at the top right, I don't know how that works because there's people with millions like above me for some reason. So I'm looking around, scouting around to see if anyone had some expensive fish around me. I didn't see anything crazy for a while, so I think I server hopped a little. I'm not sure. All right, guys, so at this point, I was just jumping into other servers trying to look for some banger fish to steal. So I'm looking around, you know, I have my 50 billion fish. I'm trying to look for something better, hopefully. If it wasn't better, cool, whatever, but 50 billion is insane, right? So I see this person with huge fish in their base, and this is my first time spending 229 Robux to get into a base. I don't know why it's more expensive to enter some bases. They hit me. Oh my gosh, like, why did they hit me? And they're trying to get me out, and I'm still stealing. I stole this person's fish. Another person also broke into their base as well. I was so close to stealing it, but look, another person is still trying to steal their stuff too. This is 1 billion. Oh my gosh, wait, I should have went for that 10 billion one. There's a 10 billion El Gran Maha, but he has like 3 people, guys. He has 3 people in his base right now. He's just getting straight robbed in broad daylight, and I got it. The 10 billion El Gran Maha straight from his base. That was so funny, guys. I felt bad because I was the one who unlocked it, but like, why couldn't he just like lock his base again? Like, I don't know why he just couldn't have taken a loss on 1 fish. Instead, he lost like 2 or 3 fish in the process, and I think they just logged out after they lost everything. That was way too funny, guys. I'm sorry, but it had to be done. I needed to redeem myself after not recording what had just happened when I stole the $50 billion worth fish. So yeah, I was making a lot of money. I was at $5 billion, guys. I felt real good, super good. Dude, this guy's like just running around trying to slap people now. But yeah, I was hunting for brand new servers now, hopping into another server, looking for more fish. Okay, so here I was at $8 billion. I've unlocked my base, a 2nd floor now. If you guys look, I've just been constantly rebirthing. But now that I've locked my base, boom, I was ready to go and steal. So I'm looking around around the lobby looking for someone, a target to steal from. This guy didn't really have that many expensive things, but look, boom, we got some heavy hitters right here. I was like, you know what, 45 Robux, not bad, not bad. I'm just gonna hop into their base. Oh, I think the expensive ones that you can open up are the ones that they spent like 149 Robux to lock for 24 hours, which is why a lot of people don't open them up. But look, I'm just running away. Oh my gosh, I really thought I was gonna be able to steal from them, but right here, this guy was right in front of my base trying to steal my stuff, or just waiting. I guess they were just waiting, guys. They were just waiting for my base to be unlocked. So I'm just waiting. I'm like, you know what, maybe I should just slap this dude. Smack. Okay, so I'm waiting to lock my base again in 30 seconds. I'm not gonna lie, guys, doing a commentary after the video has already been filmed is kind of fun. It's kind of fun because you already know what happens, but like, I'm still so hyped looking at what's happening again. So yeah, I have 2 floors now. Pretty fire, almost $10 billion, and I have so much money to spend now. So yeah, I was not gonna rebirth again for a while. Do I even end up stealing another fish? I mean, I stole some heavy hitters today already, but was I gonna go for another heavy hitter? In fact, I did not steal any more fish, but I stole some crazy rare fish in this video, and I'm like so hyped that I did. So I hope you guys did enjoy my first ever steal a fish video. If you guys want to see another episode of steal a fish in the future, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace.